Princess Kiana, the youngest daughter of the Sea King, was unlike her older sisters. While they reveled in the lavish feasts and grand royal events, Kiana found solace in the quiet corners of the ocean, listening to the songs of the sea. She often wandered to the outskirts of the kingdom, drawn by the melodic whispers that danced through the currents. One quiet morning, Kiana swam to her favorite coral alcove, only to hear a melody unlike any she had heard before. The sound was distant but hauntingly beautiful, calling her from deep within the ocean. Her heart quickened as the melody seemed to pull her closer. Her father, the Sea King, had often warned her of the dangers beyond the kingdom's borders. But Kiana's curiosity had always been stronger than her fear. "I have to know where this song comes from," Kiana whispered to herself, her fins fluttering with excitement. Kiana ventured beyond the safety of her kingdom and into the forgotten ocean, a place shrouded in mystery and magic. The water here felt heavier, and the light dimmed as she descended into the depths. But the song grew louder, pulling her toward an ancient shipwreck that lay on the ocean floor, half buried in sand. Inside the wreck, Kiana found an enchanted conch shell, glowing with a faint blue light. As she approached, the song became so clear it echoed in her very soul. Unable to resist, she touched the conch, and in an instant the world around her dissolved. When she opened her eyes, Kiana found herself in a realm beyond time. The ocean here sparkled with an otherworldly light, and the tides hummed with magic. Before her stood a figure, a mermaid with eyes like the deepest parts of the sea. "I've been waiting for you, Princess Kiana," the mermaid said, her voice as soft as the song that had called Kiana here. The mermaid named Erynia was the keeper of the tides. She explained that the melody Kiana had heard was the song of the tides, a powerful magic that controlled the rhythm of the sea itself. Only a few could hear it, and fewer still could master it. "You've been chosen, but the power of the tides is not given freely. To command it, you must understand its language. Every ripple, every current, every creature that dances with the waves." Kiana was eager to learn, but Erynia warned her that the journey would be perilous. To truly understand the tides, Kiana would need to travel through 3 trials: the currents of change, the sea of silence, and the whirlpool of truth. Kiana's first trial was to navigate the currents of change, a chaotic river of water that shifted direction without warning. As she entered, the currents tossed her about, and Kiana struggled to stay on course. She remembered Erynia's words, "Feel the tides not with your mind but with your heart." Closing her eyes, Kiana let go of her fear and allowed herself to flow with the current, listening to the subtle shifts in the water. Slowly, the chaos became rhythm, and Kiana learned to move with the tides instead of against them. The second trial took Kiana to the Sea of Silence, a vast expanse where no sound could be heard. Here, Kiana could not rely on her ears to guide her. The silence was suffocating, and doubt began to creep into her mind. But Kiana soon realized that in the silence, she could hear her own thoughts more clearly. She began to understand that the song she sought was not just in the water, it was inside her. Trusting her instincts, she swam forward, guided by an inner melody that grew stronger with every stroke. Kiana's final trial was the Whirlpool of Truth, a swirling vortex that threatened to pull her under. To pass, she had to dive into its center, where her deepest fears and desires would be laid bare. As Kiana plunged into the whirlpool, she was confronted by visions, her doubts, her insecurities, her fear of never living up to her royal lineage. The swirling waters mirrored her inner turmoil. But in the chaos, she heard the song again. It reminded her of the strength she had found in the currents of change, and the clarity she had gained in the Sea of Silence. She realized that the song was not something to be found or earned. It was a part of her. Embracing the truth, Kiana swam through the heart of the whirlpool unafraid. Having passed the trials, Kiana returned to Erynia, who smiled with pride. "You have learned the most important lesson of the tides. The power you sought was never in the song itself, but in your ability to listen, to the world around you and to your own heart." With this newfound wisdom, Kiana was given the ability to command the tides. She returned to her kingdom, not as a princess defined by her title, but as a leader who understood the delicate balance of power, compassion, and wisdom. In the years that followed, Kiana ruled with kindness and understanding. She taught her people that true strength came not from controlling the tides, but from listening to them. And the song of the tides, once thought to be lost, became a symbol of harmony between the ocean and its creatures. The moral lesson: true power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in understanding and listening to the tides of life, both external and internal.